Hello everyone, this is TheDeputation. What you're looking at here is my new Bachmann 484 Daylight. This is just going to be a part of my video of my train show finds, because I went to a train show at the it's called Kern Fairgrounds, or something like that. It was Bakersfield County Fairgrounds. They were having a train show there, so we knew about this since January, so we planned it around it. So when we went there, it was actually an inside. We thought it'd be outside, but it was a show slash sale. But it's kind of a stupid thing, because no matter what train show you go to, most of them they will sell you stuff. But I went to Bakersfield. It was a lot of fun. It was actually a lot smaller than Anaheim, but I liked it a lot better for a few reasons, because they had a lot more vendors there that actually sold parts. I needed some parts for a couple of my engines, and I got some there. It was just really fun. And then I saw this old beauty, this Bachmann 484 Daylight. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of Bachmann steamers, but I wanted a Daylight so bad. I have a 462 Daylight, which is right over here. And then I have a 260 Daylight, which is actually my personal favorite, even more than this one. But I always wanted a 484 Daylight, so did my brother. So this one was only $75, and it needed a wheel clean, and I ran it around for about 5 minutes, just let it run, and it actually runs really good now after some lubrication and a lot of wheel cleaning. But yeah, she runs great, and this is just one of a lot of things I got at the train show. But this is the only engine I got, so that's why I wanted to show you first. I have to just get up and move for a sec. I'll show you how she runs, just up and down. See, she's pretty good at slow speed. She still needs a little bit of run time. So I had to move her up and down a little bit. The tender was giving me some trouble. My camera was really screwing up the colors. The daylight on the side, the orange is not that yellow. It's really dark orange. Cameras just screw this up a lot. So she can be a high-speed engine. I run at about a medium speed. She's a great runner. It's number 4449, so it's all original Daylight. That's kind of blurry. Yeah, but I'm psyched that I got this thing. I finally get a 484 Daylight now. Oh, it has the original box too. So, and it has a smoke unit, but nah, I don't want to ruin this engine with the smoke unit, because smoke units have really damaged my 060s. I've used it occasionally. I rarely ever use the smoke units now. The only time I ever use it is for if I'm trying to get some good photos. But other than that, really, no other time that I ever use it. But I did look, and it does have one. It did not give me smoke oil, but I've got plenty of smoke oil. I have a little bottle of it. I still have a couple tubes I still haven't used, but I don't want to use it because it causes some damage to the voltage, and it requires the engine running at almost full throttle just to use them. Yeah, but this is my great 4449 484 Daylight. Now let's look at all the other stuff I got, which is in a bunch of bags. Well, first, talk about my free Tyco covered hopper, and yes, I got this for free. See, I was walking around looking at the vendor tables pretty early, and I was wearing a Heart volleyball shirt. Just kind of just showed you my shirt there for a sec. I was walking around, and then this guy was sitting at a table. I was looking around at the stuff he had, just browsing, and he called me over. He said, "Wait a sec," and he looks at my shirt. He's like, "Indian," because we're the Heart High Indians. And then he starts telling us that he's pretty old. That he went to Valencia High School as a kid, as a teenager, and he said it was really nice to see another person that's from this area, because he goes to all the Valencia games and everything. So then he pulls out a box and he says, pick one. And so there was a Chattanooga caboose, which I already have. There's a cheap controller, I think a boxcar too, and a couple other things that are all in the new Tyco boxes. But then I just saw this, so I chose it. And we're like, how much do we owe? He's like, oh, nothing, it's free. And then we started talking to him for a little while, and it was very nice of him to give me this thing for free. And it's still in the original box. I'll be using this thing. It's a nice covered hopper, and yeah, I got this thing for free. So it was very nice of him, and he lives around here, so hopefully he has some more stuff that I can buy for him. open it up and I'll show you. With rolling stock, I don't care about boxes, but it is pretty cool to see have its original. This thing's actually pretty heavy. A little bit, not too much. It's a nice cover topper. Just trying to put this on one hand, kind of failing. Yeah, but I got some great stuff, and there's so many great deals. Like, I kept finding deals everywhere. My mom didn't want to let me keep buying stuff, but I was like, no, I got my own money, I'm doing it. Alright, some other stuff I got. I went to, if you can recall, about when I bought my MDC 060 from the person there. His name's Donald E. Marty. This guy over here. He lives up in Oregon, but he does repair, buy, and sell, and trade engines. I bought numerous things from him over the years: a Vanderbilt tender, an 060, the one I got last year, earlier this year. I can't remember, something else, some other engine. But anyway, oh yeah, and also a Santa Fe F7. But anyways, I knew he was going to be there. He's the one who told me about the Bakersfield train show, so I knew I was going to buy some from him because I kind of owe it to him that he told me about it. So I saw him pretty early on. He had this big old table. I saw a lot of the same engines there. I actually did not plan on getting a 484 Daylight because I saw a lot of his engines that he had from back in January that I wanted to get. But then I decided, it's like, if I got one of the Montu 060s, it'd probably just go in my shop and I had to keep moving engines out of it. So I would maybe stick on the Daylight because we always wanted a Daylight. I love the Daylight colors. Southern Pacific, my favorite railroad. The Daylight scheme's part of my favorite railroad anyways. And that it wouldn't take up space in the shop, it'd be on the shelf. Because I like to store my favorite engines inside the shop. Not that the Daylight's not a favorite, but I just knew I'd be storing it up in the shelves instead. But instead of buying an engine from him, I bought some log cars. 3 IHC log cars. And these things go for hefty money on eBay because people go crazy just when they see one. These haven't been made forever. These are IHC log cars. Yeah, they're 25 each, but then he was so nice he gave us a deal of 3 for 60. So instead of 3 for 75, he gave us 3 for 60 because he knew us, and very grateful that we bought stuff from him. There was one left over. Wish they would have included that, but hey, I'm very happy that I got these 3. And I think it was so funny because he had the Cherry Valley Logging number 25, the rare Montu 2662 that I have. He had it next to the log cars, and I was just like, what? And I didn't see one in so long. I actually never have. I've seen them on eBay, past eBay auctions from a website called Worth Point, but I've never seen one besides mine. And I even told him how rare the road name was, and he somewhat knew of it. He had it for sale for $140, which is, you could get a little bit more than that because it had knuckle couplers, so it was new in the box. Mine was new in the box and had horn hook couplers, so it really hadn't been touched. And mine was a beautiful runner, and mine was 120. So I really scored on mine compared to what he had. I wouldn't get a second one, I don't need it. But I bought some log cars so I can get a log train for my number 25 2662. So I finally got some 3 IHC log cars. To save time, I won't be opening these right now. And the last 3 things I got were some 3 coaches. Oh, actually, I got some more stuff too. I forgot. I can't believe I forgot about it. I got a parts supplier 040 somewhat. See, I have a Montu 040 that my dad got me. Put this down for a sec. That my dad had part of his collection since he was a kid back in the 60s and 70s. But he had a Montu 040. It was really in bad shape. It was kind of like this. It was all dusty. Didn't have a smoke box door front. Didn't have a cab either. It was just like this. It literally looked just like this. It was all dusty and paint chipped everywhere at the tender too. So I spent the last 4 years rebuilding it. The boiler is all done. I gave it a new cab. The frame is all painted. So is the gear plate cover. I got a brand new motor for it waiting to go installed. But I need a new set of wheels and rods because mine were really worn out. And this was the first thing I bought at the train show. I was not expecting to actually find any parts there. But the first thing I stumbled upon was this parts box. And I was like, oh, I found some Montu 040 stuff in there. Sadly, the frame with the rods and the wheels wasn't in there, but I at least got the tender frame because my original tender frame for this thing got a screw halfway stuck in. I had a screw in it, and I was unscrewing one day, and it snapped in half. And it got stuck, and we tried to get it around it, and we looked bad, so I needed a new tender frame. The shell, I'm actually probably going to use this one too, because mine is right there, and it is missing the steps, but I'll piece together something. I've got to figure this out first. But I needed the frame, and while I was at it, like, it was only $1. It was $1 a piece, and they had a bunch of old Tyco stuff in there too, so I bought the boiler too, because I needed a cab as well. So I figured, hey, why not buy the whole boiler? It has the weight in it too with the light, but the light needs a wire reattached to it. I got some parts I needed for my 040, which I'll be working on later this week. And finally, the last 3 stuff I got, move my wallet, there's 3 coaches, 2 old Athearn, well actually all 3 are Athearn, 2 are old heavyweight ones, and one is a sorry about that. Here they are. Actually, I'm just going to get up for a sec. Put them on the board. First one is a Southern Railway Observation spinning Athearn kit. I don't care if it doesn't have back coupler, I'm not going to need it. It's got a knuckle coupler on it. It's in beautiful shape. Not dusty, not dirty. Wheels are cleaned. Like I said, got a nice knuckle coupler. It's a very beautiful coach. It was only $5. The deal was he had a bunch of boxes. It's $5 for each, or 3 for $15. So what do you think I did? 3 for $15. Wait, no, my bad. $5 each. It was 3 for $10. Wow, I can't believe I did that. It was 3 for $10. So of course I did the 3 for $10. And I got a Southern Pacific old heavyweight coach, as well as an undecorated one, because he had a couple other Southern Pacific heavyweights, but they looked really bad. They were missing windows. So I just got this one, so it's undecorated, so I can do a little train with these 2. I just bought the Southern one because it looked really nice. It was like the only one of those coaches that like wasn't dirty. And plus, you know, 3 for 10. Come on, it's a really good deal. It's like an eBay deal, I'd like to say. Yeah, that's all this. Like I said, that's all the stuff that I got at the train show. Put it all on the table so you can all see it. It's just a bunch of stuff. It's way more than I thought I'd ever get. But let me know what you guys think of all this stuff, and comment on anything if you have any questions. I'll ask. So let me know what you guys think. All right, this is the Deputation.